Hello, awesome SJBA families. Kim McDonald here, making a small video for you from our amazing SJBA North Campus Library. I hope you're having a wonderful summer, and thank you for taking a few moments to watch this so we can let you know what we're up to as we enter the 2025-2026 school year. We gathered together, we spoke with teachers, we spoke with our amazing families, and our leadership team gave input as well. And we wanted to identify some of our strengths and our weaknesses so we could work on those and offer some new suggestions and methods for the new school year. So we felt that some of our strengths were that we have a super strong Catholic culture through curriculum and also just through the Catholicity of the school. We also felt that our math and language arts curriculums, really all the way through, were very tried and true companies, and that they were working very well for us. The classical methods that we continue to use are well received, and we're able to roll those out pretty well. A little bit of trial and error here and there, but it's going well. And also the classical curriculum and materials continue to be implemented and enjoyed. And one of the big examples of that is the third grade language arts curriculum that we implemented last year with the language and writing segments. That got very high marks from our two third grade teachers, and we plan on implementing that in fourth grade this year as well. And then the 5th through 8th, we'll still have the IEW and the Easy Grammar. And areas that we'd like to focus on are creating more of a homeschool feel for families on the home days. A little bit more simplicity in those days, a little bit more time for families to spend together on things that are not academics through the school. So we worked really hard on that. And the other thing is a more balanced amount of work on the home days. So those are our areas of focus this year. It's going to sound like we are adding a lot, but the additions that we're putting in are to add simplicity as well. The first one, you might have an eyebrow raised, but we're implementing Latin beginning in pre-K. This is to have them create some kind of a tiny foundation before they hit high school in a formal curriculum. So for pre-K and first, we're going to use a coloring book, a Catholic coloring book, called My First 100 Latin Words Coloring Book. The students will not be memorizing 50 words in pre-K and 50 words in kindergarten. We're going to pick and choose through this book, and it's absolutely amazing. It's coloring pages, and it's super easy for the teachers to implement in the classroom. You may be assigned to just take 1 minute and read through and reiterate the Latin word for feliz, for cat, okay? Something like that, but you are not teaching Latin. In grades 1 to 8, we're implementing Latin monkey match cards, okay? This also is a huge stack. This is for grades 1 to 8. So I'm not sure how many words each grade right now will memorize, but these are for when the students enter the classroom for language arts. They'll have a partner in the classroom and they'll quiz each other on maybe 5 cards every 2 weeks. You will have these at home as well. And again, just say, okay, do you remember what mother is in Latin? You will not be teaching Latin. You will be flashing 4 or 5 flashcards, and that is laying a beautiful foundation. Latin is the language of the church. It assists with learning any other languages as the students grow up and mature. It unlocks languages. It boosts IQ, and it boosts standardized testing results as the students grow. So laying a simple foundation in the younger grades is very classical and very beneficial. Another area we wanted to work on was to provide an opportunity for students to begin to appreciate art. This goes into that wonder and awe that we've been talking about, and we found an amazing program. This is a Catholic company, which is Catholic Heritage Curricula. They have an entire set of art appreciation cards that are absolutely fantastic. These are set up with a simple book of questions beginning with the alphabet, and it helps the powers of observation within a student grow, and it helps them to learn to appreciate beautiful things, the true, the good, and the beautiful. So these cards, some of them are Catholic, some of them are not, and there's a lot of taking 5 to 10 minutes in the classroom and having students study these cards and then turning them over. What do you remember that you saw in that picture? It's things like that. Again, not a full art course. It's an introduction to truth, goodness, and beauty from a young age. These will be used from grades K to 4, and you will have them at home as well. And I highly encourage you to utilize them at home. But if they are assigned on the agenda, it will be a 5-minute exercise. The other thing that we're adding, this is not classical at all, but we discussed it, and we really like the map skills because they are a life skill. Every student should have some idea where they are, how to look at a globe, how to look at a map. Okay, they should have some idea about their neighborhood. So we did not want to do away with these. The Scholastic ones that we used last year are not being printed anymore in some of the grade levels. So again, with Catholic Heritage Curricula, they use Continental Press, and will be instituting or implementing map skills books for grades 2, 3, and 4 to go along with their history/geography course. Probably one of the biggest changes we're making for the 2025-2026 school year is in grades K through 4. We are switching the science curriculum. We'll be pulling out elemental science, and we'll be putting in a Catholic curriculum called Behold and See. It's really beautiful, and all you have to do is look at the back, and there's an amazing St. Augustine quote, and it's supporting our goals for the truth, goodness, beauty, wonder, and awe that God has given all of us. The curriculum is simplified, doesn't require a 5-day work week, so maybe one of those days on the home days you won't have science. Depends on the grade level. But this allows parents to do things if they have a shorter day with their younger kids, allows parents to do things of their own thinking, things with their own goals in mind for their family. So we loved that part of it as well. The fact that the Catholic faith is implemented within it is awesome. The kindergarten book is based on exploring nature with stories, activities, and nature walks. Super simple, beautiful illustrations. This is the lesson plan book, so you have one book. And there's little tiny experiments and readings that you could do at home. Here's Nature Walk take-along sheets. Very simplified, very much pointing towards our Creator. In the first grade, there's a 32-week curriculum based on the seasons and God's plan of growing and nurturing. This also doesn't need 5 days a week at home. It's called Behold and See 1 on the Farm with Josh and Hannah. Simplified, this was our goal for our families, but effective and pointing towards creation. Second grade says More Science with Josh and Hannah. This has simple machines, natural resources, the earth, and marine life. So it's branching out a little bit, but still all about what God has done and studying the basic foundation of these things. Third grade. This is 10 chapters, physical science, life science, the human body. It's easy to plan and follow. There's scripture and catechism in it. Amazing. Really something super appropriate for third grade level. Not tons and tons and tons and tons of worksheets. They'll be doing things in the classroom with simple experiments to bring it all to life. So you won't be doing those at home. I think you'll be tickled when you look through this and see the simplicity, especially compared to the elemental science, which was a little deeper dive into science. This suits our goals and boosts up what we're trying to accomplish at the school. And lastly, the Behold and See 4 is a conceptual immersion of the human body. Okay, this is a great introduction. We talked about this and said, you know, an introduction to the human body should be based on truth, goodness, and beauty. And there's lots of little simple experiments in here to learn about the human body. And again, it all is grade level appropriate, and all of them begin with that amazing St. Augustine quote that you see on the back. So this was our biggest implementation that we're super excited about, and hope you guys are too, and we'll see the beauty and simplicity in it, and we can move on from there. Lastly, to achieve our goals, we wanted to have a Saxon Math reset. The teachers will be teaching the same way. The curriculum is going to stay the same. They'll just be a little bit easier on the home days and some optional tests or quizzes, depending on what you're looking at and what grade level. Some of it will be optional. So if your student needs more help, you may choose to do a pre-test to give them a little more practice. If they've nailed it, you may choose not to. So there'll be a little bit of play in there, and this should also help on those home days to support our parents. So I hope you are excited about all of these changes as I am. The addition of Latin, the addition of art appreciation, and the addition of creation science on a simpler level should make a big, big difference in our lower school, and I hope you all enjoy all of those changes. God bless.